Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Welcome back, friends.
Welcome.
Okay, I'm just gonna cut to the chase here. I have such bad heartburn that I cannot drink a single sip of anything. But I had new China, so I'll just have to save it for next week.
Oh, okay. True, of course.
I'm a little annoyed, honestly, but it's fine.
They don't have a drink version of Tums. They need to come up with a drink.
No, I took the Tums and I took the better than Tums, the new ones that I found. I'm obsessed with them. I'm so obsessed with them. I didn't want to fish them out of my bag. Actually, this is pretty ridiculous because I didn't want to fish them out of my bag at the airport. I was too lazy to go through my bag to find the good Tums. So then I just bought a little travel pack of Tums at the little Hudson newsstand at 5:30 in the morning on Saturday coming home. I literally think I took 3 Tums before I even got on the plane, and I was like, this is ridiculous because the other Tums I rarely take even 3 in a full day because they're so good.
Oh, wow.
So that's that. Wonder Belly, everybody. Go
they're
to
not
Target.
called better Tums than Tums? They're not called that?
No, they're called Wonder Belly, and they're amazing.
But like I said, somebody should invent a drink out there that you could drink and it has.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yes. That would be great. So that's my tiff. And now I don't know what I'm gonna do with the crappy Tums, but I guess I'll just pawn them off on people that need them.
Either that or just hold on to them for emergency purposes, if you run out of the other ones again.
I guess, but I will not be running out of the good ones. Don't worry.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I guess just keep them on
Don't
hand.
you worry.
I'll take your regular Tums. I don't care. I don't have pregnancy heartburn. I just have regular heartburn. So
On steroids, it's so bad. I literally couldn't even eat the last 3 bites of my dinner because my throat was just burning.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
It was rough. Anyway,
I
you
have
got China?
I have my squeezy wine glass. But it's not wine. It's the iced tea concoction that I always make with the Jack Daniels.
Honey Jack or regular
the drink
Jack?
works. It's the best late night drink that's
yeah, it's refreshing and it's so summer,
Yeah, and it's the easiest to make too, obviously.
Yeah, so. That too. The ease of it.
I was gonna open. I had one vodka salad left in the fridge, but I was I might need that to it's really nice weather. I might need that to pregame with something soon. I don't. So
I have 1 vodka salad in the fridge. It literally sounds like food. It doesn't sound like a drink.
Yeah. So I'll just stick to the whiskey and iced tea and Arnold Palmer. Yeah, but that's that. I'm in it's nice now when we record podcasts, I'll actually be in real clothes with probably makeup on because it's now I work.
Toni-ann works.
Okay, wait. Actually, this sounds horrible. I always worked. That sounds really bad.
Didn't care what you looked like for the past few years.
I was 10 years settled into that job, so I never wore makeup and I just wore t-shirts all day. Now I actually although today I look like this, which I think looks really cute, and I put on makeup, and then all of my calls today weren't even on video. Which I I don't need to be on video, but because I'm new, I don't know that yet. So I'm trying to look my best, and then everybody's like, "Oh, we don't need to be on camera for this," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, great." And in my head, I'm then what do I
do? In my pajamas,
waste of a makeup day. That's what it was.
Fine, it's fine.
It's fine.
You look good, you feel good, you do good, all the things.
That's what they say. Something weird is happening with this eyebrow. I don't know what's going on. I just recorded a Snapchat video very quickly before we started recording this. I don't know if you saw it, but it was me ranting about something that I'll bring up on the podcast in a little bit. And
I did not see it.
This eyebrow is doing something really weird lately. It looks like it's almost cut up top, but it's just the way I'm furrowing it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the muscles spasming or something.
Maybe
it's not the hair. The hair's.
It doesn't look that. It didn't look abnormal until you were touching it.
No, it's wavy. It's weird, but it's not the hair. It's my muscle behind it. Am I stroking out?
Anyway,
Am I having a stroke?
Moving on from Toni-ann's eyebrow.
You talked about your heartburn. I can't talk about my eyebrow.
Well, I feel
This
like
is
you're
supposed to
making
be
it
a
worse
safe
because you keep
space.
touching it and you're like this. You're like,
Because I'm concerned I'm stroking out over here.
no, if you were stroking, your whole face would droop.
All right, I have some kind of eye twitch.
Also, you wouldn't be able to like form sentences. Like you would be mumbling.
All strokes are different. That's not true. And we could be very early on in the stroke. Maybe it like hasn't happened yet.
Okay, you're not having a stroke. Stop before you do.
As I continue to drink my whiskey. But yes, that's that. What is going on in life? You just took a nice trip.
Wait, do you have a ridiculous thing or no?
Oh, my ridiculous thing. Good point. Do I have a ridiculous thing? I think both of the things I wrote was about baseball today. Um, I mean, I can make my ridiculous thing my update from last week. So last week we discussed that I really wanted to deep clean my couch and my carpets, and I didn't want to pay Stanley Steamer, but we didn't know if I was going to procrastinate and not do it. Well,
You
friends,
did it.
I did it. I actually did it. I did it on Saturday because it was rainy all day. So I'm like, oh, perfect. I'm probably not going out anyway. Let's go to Home Depot, get that machine, and get cleaning. And I have to say, like, everyone should be cleaning their couches.
Was it satisfying?
I was horrified, horrified. And like, I think I'm a pretty clean person. Like, and whenever people come over, like, especially if they sleep over on the couch, I always have a sheet on. So, like, don't worry, people, like, you're
Right.
never sleeping on something dirty. But, like, I think I like take care, like, I don't sit, like, if I feel dirty from the day, I shower first. But I guess, like, also, since the time we've had this couch, like, we've never cleaned it. So
Like
it's
you've
just
had
from
that couch
like,
for a while.
right. So it's just from life for like
And I'm sure
sticking.
the man who had it before us didn't clean it.
We probably should have cleaned it when we bought it from him.
Yeah, but we were young. We didn't care.
Yeah, but we were in our 20s. We were like, cool,
We were
cheap couch.
24. We were like, whatever.
The Bob's warranty was still on it. We were so excited about it.
Yeah, we were like, where's the couch?
I know. So I did the little, it's not a steamer, a cleaner action. I bought the like soap stuff, and boy, was that machine powerful. But it's cool. You like squeeze it, and it's
Yeah, it did look pretty satisfying, honestly. From
honestly,
should
I
have
like
made
the
like an
Bob.
AMSR TikTok.
Yeah, I should have, because I mean, I'm sure you can Google like couch carpet cleaning, not like carpet cleaning where they go all in, but like, like when they take the hand nozzle like I did,
Mhm.
it is very satisfying. And the water coming out of that thing was pretty brown. And then when I poured it down the tub, it was nasty. It was nasty.
Ew.
I have a video for people that want to see it. I only
No,
sent
I
it
don't
to
want to see
a
it.
couple people, and I knew you wouldn't be one of those people, so I didn't share it with.
Yep. Nope. Don't want to see it.
Yeah, but it was worth the clean. Let's just say that. It took a damn long
It was
time.
worth the $30.
It was, yeah, well, 40 if you include the cleaner. But yeah, it was worth the $40. But I mean, if you have to price my labor out, it was much more than that, because like it took me like 5 hours.
Well, now you know why Stanley Steamer's so expensive.
I guess so, because I mean, yeah, but they're gonna come with like more than one guy, and they come with like the big industrial machines. They do a much faster job than I do, probably. I was with a hose that was like this big, going over an entire sectional couch. Like it was gonna take a while. Like they probably covered a whole thing. So, but I took
Maybe,
off
who
every
knows?
cushion. I did the whole back cushions too. I did the backs of the couch that is visible. I didn't do the one that goes up against the wall. I was too lazy for that. Then I did the carpet. Again, not the full carpet, but like the area that like I usually like sit and like eat on top of, because I want to like make sure that part's like clean. And then I went in my bedroom and I cleaned that gray shag rug that I've had forever. That one, a lot of stuff came out of. Mostly hair. Like I shed like an animal. So like most of it was
Right.
like,
And it's your
but-
bedroom, so like
right, exactly. So it was well worth the Saturday. And then I went back on Sunday morning to return it. And the Home Depot guy that worked in the tool rental place, he was so proud of me. It's so true. Like, I know they joke online, like, oh, you go to Home Depot to meet a man, but like the most, like, they're like dads. Like I was like, yeah, I already came once with my dad to like scope out machine I needed. He's like, oh, then you already did so much of the work, but I'm working tomorrow. I'm gonna be so excited to see how you did with this. Like he was like proud of me, and it really made my day. I'm like, thank you. And then I called my
That's
dad and I was
hilarious.
like, the guy was so happy for me. And like, I did a really good job, Dad. And he was like, okay, great. Like,
This is your life update.
my life update is, am I meeting men that could be suitors? No, but middle-aged men who probably could be my father are complimenting me in Home Depot. So I'll take it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
That was my journey.
I only wrote about baseball things also.
Yeah,
So I will
mind.
put about my one thing that was not baseball related. The chicken tenders in Terminal A at Newark Airport are A plus. A plus.
A+ in Terminal A.
Great chicken tendies. I
What
was like, wow.
vendor? Like what restaurant?
I got them from the barbecue place.
Oh, okay.
There was a barbecue place. I think it was like called Smokehouse Barbecue or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I got chicken tenders and fries, and you have to order them separate, which pissed me off. It did piss me off. Cost me like $25
Sure
collectively,
did.
which is okay. Like I don't complain about food prices
That's airport, yeah.
in airports and
Right.
stadiums because like I know what goes into the costing. I've
Right.
been there. I had to do it.
Of
So I
course.
get it. But when I tell you I got 6 chicken fingers, they were all like crispy, thin, like perfection, not an ounce of like needing to take like a little fat spot off of
Why
them.
didn't you
or,
take a
like,
picture of these?
they were not too chewy because I was literally downing them. Like
Oh.
downing. So good.
Oh, my next flight's at
So-
like 6 a.m. So it's not like I'm gonna like go experience them. That sucks.
Sorry. So yeah, so if you need chicken tendies, go for it. We had my trip was great, by the way. You did say that I wanted my trip. My trip was fantastic.
Mhm.
I will say food A plus, atmosphere A plus. Went to the beach. It was perfect out. It was just wonderful. But the Uber drivers were something else. We had multiple Uber drivers that were showing us photos while driving us around.
That's concerning. Very concerning.
It was very concerning. It was so concerning. Our Uber driver from like to the airport on Wednesday literally was showing us pictures of his niece. He did not shut up the whole way. He showed us a picture of his dad who passed away. Then when we got to the airport, he showed us a picture of him and his dad together as a child. Like he just had pictures on hand.
As he's driving.
Well, he had to reach into the glove box for the picture of his niece.
And not one of you said, can you stop showing me pictures from your phone when you're driving?
No, because like he was definitely like off. Like we kind of like felt bad.
Even more reason.
Okay, either way, I don't know how, but he was still driving well while all this was going on. I was very concerned, honestly. Anyway, then we get to South Carolina and we go out to eat with Steph and Ariana because they were the only ones there on Wednesday night. We're telling them about our Uber experience, and their Uber driver hit an alligator the night before. And he's showing them pictures of the alligator that he hit while driving.
The South, baby.
Yeah, no, he thought it was a log, and then like he swerved and he hit it, and the cop was apparently like, "Do you know why you hit why you hit it still? Because you moved?" And he was like, "No, like how did I hit it? I tried to avoid it." And they were like, "It's an alligator, not a freaking log." So
I know they don't
their
move. I guess they
pictures.
could move fast if they wanted to, but he did not.
Another night, we were going to dinner, and again, this man is showing us pictures of his damaged car and saying how he got hit by a drunk driver once, and like all of this stuff. You could not make up the bizarre things that were happening in our Ubers.
But I'm sure you're all giving them 5 stars.
We had an incredible last Uber driver the last night from dinner to the bar. This man, we get in his car. His name was.
How do you forget him already?
No, because it was very hard to say. It was. I kept saying. It wasn't Aladdin, but it reminded me of Aladdin. His name. It was like Abu Dhabi or something. Like not Abu Dhabi,
Abdullah?
but no, it wasn't. I don't remember. Anyway, we get in his car and we all sit down. And he's like, "Hello, ladies." He was like, "There's chargers here for you if you need them."
Good start.
He was like, "This is where we're going. We will be there in a few minutes." He was like, "And now I need a song request." And we're like, "What?"
Oh, love
And he's
him.
like, I need a song request. So we're like, okay, so like none of us can think. So we just like yell. We're like, okay, Pink Pony Club. So
Great
this man
choice.
has a Google in his car, and he's like, okay, Google play, blah, 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 blah. And he was like very happy that we picked this song. And all
Who
of
is
a
it?
sudden the song comes on and he puts on a disco ball. And he has a disco
That's
ball.
happened to me in Scottsdale too.
So he
They
has
like
a
know their
disco ball
audience.
in his thing. We get out of the car. Ariana goes, I will pay you to tip that man. Well, and literally, the trip was $20. I gave him a $10 tip.
Good for him.
He was amazing.
Oh, too bad there's not a way to like specially request people like for like
Oh, I
a
wish. He
ride.
was fantastic. He was so great. So anyway, so that redeemed
Okay, that
the
does redeem it a
but
little bit.
but it was interesting to say the least.
See, we experienced that for Amanda's birthday when we went to Scottsdale. Going home from Scottsdale to the airport, it was monsoon raining out. Which
Mhm.
in Scottsdale, we're in the desert, so the fact that that was even happening was like weird as hell. It was
Right.
monsoon out, which that means they don't know how to drive in that weather.
Right.
The guy had a disco ball in the backseat, and he had a karaoke microphone.
I
And
love that.
and through him swerving and us not being able to see out the front of the windshield because of how much it was raining, that everybody was driving a mile an hour.
You
We
were
were
still
all
doing
like awkwardly
karaoke.
like singing karaoke. We all are fearing for our life, but we're singing through it. It's hilarious. But yeah, good Uber drivers have that, especially when they know they're in an area like a downtown area that's gonna have like parties and like girls' nights and like
Right.
things like that.
Exactly. Oh, so many bachelorettes. There
Yeah,
were
of
so
course.
many, obviously. Big bachelorette destination.
Mhm.
But yeah, so everything was great.
Good.
All right, before we go to the Mets though, do you want to talk about these celeb fandoms?
Well, this was part of
Oh,
baseball.
has
So
to go with baseball. Okay, I didn't
well,
know
yeah,
what
so we
they
could
had
lead
to do
into
with.
it.
Okay.
This is what I was raving about on Snapchat moments ago when my eyebrow was doing something weird. Tom Hanks is at the Mets game tonight in a Mets hat, doing
Okay.
the scorebook, and like Lindor just like hit a home run before, and he was like, "Oh my god!" like cheering loudly, like so excited, and I'm like, isn't Tom Hanks like a huge Dodgers fan? Like he was rooting against us in the NLCS last year. Like he's born and raised California. Like he is a Dodgers fan. What are you doing at Citi Field wearing a Mets hat, you sick poser? It pisses me off. And this is like what I know, like some celebrities, they just
So
live
maybe
in
he's just a
LA.
baseball
So
fan. I mean, the man is like you're gonna
him and
shit on
John
him?
Hamm. John Hamm's another one who every time he goes to a game, he's got a different hat on. And,
No,
uh,
that I understand, but I feel like Tom Hanks maybe he just likes baseball in general, but
no,
like
you know who
obviously
I
he's a Dodger
appreciate?
fan.
James Marsden. He has
Yeah.
said, I am a fan of baseball in general, but you know what he does whenever he goes to a game? He wears a hat that says MLB on it. It has the MLB sign on
Okay,
it.
that's
So
good.
nobody can say he has picked a team. But this is
I
just,
don't know.
it's like, I get it,
I didn't
celebrity.
see Tom Hanks. I wasn't paying attention, but my brother did give me a rundown of all of the celebrities that are there right now because he's
Well, I joked that I was like, oh, he must not have been able to get into the garden tonight.
maybe.
Like he'll probably be going there tomorrow night. So like or whatever.
Well, tonight's game 5, so if they win, there is no tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, he probably
That's
tried
so
to get to the
funny.
Knicks game and couldn't get in. So he's like, I guess I'll go to the Mets
Go to the
game.
Mets game.
Bought a hat in the
That's funny.
subway.
Well, my brother apparently just saw Tracy Morgan at the Mets game, and
Oh,
Tracy
I'm surprised
Morgan was
he's
like,
not at the Knicks game.
"Take your hat off," and he then shook his hand because my brother had a hat on. So I guess Tracy
That's
Morgan maybe
loyalty, at
isn't
least.
a Mets.
Oh, he's a Yankees fan. I know that.
Yeah, but like maybe they all couldn't get into the
No,
Knicks
that's
game.
definitely but Tracy Morgan was at game 1.
Oh wait, no, literally. Okay, everyone is at this game. Lou said Tracy Morgan told me to take off my Mets hat and then shook my hand. Ben Stiller, Jon Stewart, and John Turturro. I don't know who that is.
Turturro. Yes, I know who he is.
Well, we know Jon Stewart is a Mets fan, so obviously.
Wait, and so is Ben Stiller.
Yes. Wait, then he
They're
also
huge
saw the
Knicks
Joe
fans.
Bros. My mom goes, "Wow, just name dropping." Lucas goes, "Yeah, the stars are out."
Wait, but the next like celebrity Lewis sees, like he needs to drop the joke. Like, what's the problem? You couldn't get into the garden tonight. Like they'll probably pee themselves because that's got to be why they're there. Like Ben
I'll
Stiller
tell him.
is a big Knicks fan. How is he not at Madison Square Garden right now?
Celeb
Because your
you
brother is at
see.
the Mets game. He's not at the Knicks game, right?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
he's not at the Knicks game.
I was gonna say because all these people are people that I would think would be at the Knicks game.
Oh wait, maybe he is at the Knicks game.
Yeah,
Hold on.
there's no way Ben Stiller's not at the Knicks game right now.
Wait, I have his location.
Tracy Morgan sits courtside with
No,
Spike Lee. He's at Madison Square Garden. I knew it. I'm like, you're naming all these people that are most definitely at the Knicks game. Because this is what I ranted about last week. Well, I don't know if I didn't say it on the podcast last week, but like I was watching the Knicks games because I like to be interested. You guys know that I'm like a poser fan when it comes to the playoffs. And like all these celebrities are all courtside. They show them nonstop. If somebody hits a 3-pointer, like if Josh Hart hits a 3-pointer, Spike Lee's jumping up, patting him on the back mid timeout. So how is this allowed? But like Taylor Swift gets all the shit for being up in a box and they show her on TV for 5 seconds. But
no,
this
literally.
is literally celebrating on the court with the team.
I know that this is like more like basketball courtside has always been like a thing, but you can't complain that they show the people on courtside during basketball games and then complain about the same thing happening at a football game.
I mean,
Like
they're
you
not even
cannot.
showing them. There's no way to not show them because they're literally celebrating like they're part of the team.
The same thing that you just said though, like that Lindor hit a home run and they show Tom Hanks. Like, are we supposed to get mad about that? Oh, you took away from the baseball.
Tom Hanks wasn't allowed into the garden because he's on Epstein's list, but nobody wants to talk about that. So
we're not talking about that.
But that's why he wasn't invited to Madison Square Garden tonight. So yeah. But what is the score of that game? Anyway, I just think that's so funny. Like as you were naming all the celebrities that he was seeing, I was like, I think he's at the Garden. I don't think he's at Citi Fields.
I never looked at his location before. I just assumed.
And John Mayer threw out the first pitch today.
I think I assumed that he was at Citi Field because he said to take off his Mets hat, and he usually wears his Mets hat when he's working at Citi Field.
Right.
So, like, I think that's why I probably thought that. But anyway, speaking of the Mets, did they get a new hitting coach that I was unaware of or forgot? Because what the fuck is happening?
I don't know. And I know I have to keep saying it's only April. It's only April. It's only April because
it's almost May.
This team is insane right now. Even this whole last inning, the defense. What's going on?
I don't know. But again, we're still scarred because I texted you before this and I was like, am I gonna have to podcast from right here? Because I feel like if I move, what's gonna happen?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with this team. We're gonna ride it as long as we can because it's only month 1. We got 4 months to go. It's like a lot.
Well, I need them to keep doing good for like the sake of my blood pressure.
Actually, we have
my
6
pregnancy.
months to go. Oh boy, that's a long
well,
time.
I need them to keep doing well until August at least. For the sake of my blood pressure. For the sake of my blood pressure.
Yes. For the sake of the child.
The good thing is that this time I'm giving birth in the morning, so like the Mets won't be on for me to yell at them.
That's true. That is true. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to wake up from a slumber wondering what Jeff McNeil did. An unplanned slumber, that is.
No, Jeff McNeil did something good in that game. Jeff McNeil saved what's his freaking face? I can't even think of his name.
Saved?
Yeah, he caught a fly ball that was a very well hit fly ball and saved Taijuan Walker's ass.
Oh God,
he was gonna give up
Walker.
Yes, Taijuan Walker. That's who was pitching. It was versus the Pirates. It was like a warning track. He might have had to jump over the fence, honestly, like to catch it. Like that was what I was yelling at right before I was whisked away to have my child.
Well, in very sad Mets news, a legend has passed, and I only found out about it right before we got on this podcast.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Very upset. RIP to Seymour Wiener. Don't laugh, people, because you think that that's a joke and it's a real person.
And he was the beginning. He was the beginning of
He
our
made the
2024.
2024 Mets. Like everyone remembers Grimace, but you know who was here before Grimace? Seymour Wiener.
Seymour Wiener walked so Grimace can run.
Mm-hmm. They were the same week, weren't they?
No, Seymour Wiener was
He was
like,
opening day.
he was, I don't know if he was opening day, but he was in the beginning. And
Yeah,
we
I
were
think
like, these are the veterans that were.
I thought Seymour Wiener was the guy. He was the veteran of the game, like the day, like the Mets started winning again. Like they lost, like however many games they lost when they were like at rock bottom, and then like he was the veteran of the game.
No, wait,
Was
wasn't
it the
he
same
might
as
have
the
been
Grimace
the
game?
no, he might have been the dollar hot dog night.
It was dollar hot dog night. You're right.
Because
Seymour
it was
Wiener.
funny because it was dollar hot dog night and then it was Seymour Wiener.
Yes. Seymour Wiener was at dollar hot dog night, and he
You
was
know
about
what?
years old then, so we knew his time on this earth was not long.
Limited.
And I feel bad. I actually like forgot about him a little bit. And he's a he's a 2024 Mets legend. And we
He
will
was
miss
the
him.
beginning of like the rally people.
He really
Like
was.
he really got us going. I mean, he didn't have the same effect as Grimace and oh my god, but
You're so
he
right. He
started it.
walked in
Again,
his
he walked so
walker.
we could run.
He walked in his walker so Grimace could run. Absolutely. So we pray for you, Seymour Wiener. And say hello to the Pope. We're still waiting on a new Pope.
Yeah, the conclave's gonna start. We need to watch Conclave. I
Yeah,
haven't watched
thanks,
it yet.
Peacock, for getting rid of it. Now I have
Sorry.
to freaking get Amazon Prime.
Oh, also speaking of Prime, wait, how do you not have Prime but you watch The Summer I Turned Pretty?
Somebody in my family had Prime at one point, and now they don't anymore. It's been
Oh,
2 years since that show's been here.
I know, but I just caught on last summer, so it's
Either
fine.
that or I watched it illegally. I don't know.
Anyway, anywho, that trailer came out, and I just know I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna end, I think, I hope, if they stay true to the book, it's gonna end the way we want. But getting
Well, I
through
didn't read the books. I'm going in blind. I'm going in blind.
I get spoiled. I didn't read the books either. I get spoiled from TikTok. You know that.
Yeah, I purposely don't go on TikTok for these reasons, Toni-ann.
I know. I know. It's
I
because
mean, I hope that it goes the way we want it to. I really do, because I will
I
lose my
think
mind.
it's gonna end the way we want, but I'm also worried they're gonna pull some like I choose me shit, and then like she's not gonna go with either of them at the end. And that's
Yeah,
gonna
absolutely not. No,
hold.
that can't happen. No, I'll be appalled at that. I'd rather her be with freaking Jeremiah than choose herself.
Every time I even hear his name, I'm like, bleh.
So aggravating.
Jer Bear, shut up. I hate him.
Also, he didn't even like her. He couldn't even consider liking her or going after her until he was jealous that his brother got her. So like,
Ani
don't even get him
baby.
started.
Ani baby.
Team
Stupid
Connie.
screen bullshit.
Anyway,
I get so swept into it. I hate it.
no, like my blood's boiling just thinking about it.
Have you started? Probably not, because it only just came out this weekend and you've been away. The last season of You.
I don't watch you.
Oh, is it too scary for you?
I probably would be able to get through it, but the thing is that I've gotten over my fear of like, the drugs have really helped by me not thinking that I'm gonna get killed in my sleep or in my home every single day of my life. So it's just not wise for me to watch things.
I think like you would be okay in this show because, and this is gonna come out mean, but I mean it in a positive way. Like you're not the girl that he goes for because like you wouldn't like openly flirt with him. Like people like openly flirt with him and he's like, oh, like you're into me, and then like he gets obsessed with them. Like me and you, like same, he wouldn't do that with me either because me and you, like we go into a place and somebody starts talking to us and we're like, can we fucking help you? Like we don't have interest in talking to people. So it's like, I mean, you're a little nicer than I am, but like I definitely
No.
wouldn't be the object of his desires because I'd be like,
No,
"Can you
but
get away from
like
me?"
that was definitely a problem when we were together and
Yeah.
both single.
So like, I don't think he'd go after us. I don't think you have anything to worry about in that
So
department.
I needed to be introduced to somebody that my friend already knew because
Right.
the
Right.
resting
So
bitch face is like, why are you talking to me?
yeah, so that's still me, hence why I'm still single. So I don't think Joe Goldberg is after me because I would never like give him the light of day. Like
No, I
the
did watch.
bookstore and be like, oh,
I did watch a very, very dark show back in the day with Jamie, what the hell is his last name? From 50 Shades of Grey. Dornan, Jamie Dornan.
Oh, the
It
neighbor
was
one?
a
No,
it was a British show
he's
that was
British.
on Netflix, and that was freaking
Oh, was
creepy.
it when he was a bodyguard?
No, he was like a serial killer and
Oh.
rapist.
Oh.
Um,
Why
it
am
was
I
very
interested? What's wrong with me?
no, it was listen, the show was like very good. He was basically like the Hannah Montana of murderers. Um, he had a whole like alternate life, kids, wife, everything, but was like a mass murderer.
But literally the fact that you were like, he was a murderer, and I go, oh, and you go, and a rapist, and I go, oh. What is wrong with me?
The actual and then his babysitter was like obsessed with him. Like his kid's
Give
babysitter
me the
was
name of
obsessed.
this. I mean the name.
I have to find the name of it. I'll find it after on IMDb. But anyway, it wasn't a bad show, but then one of the girls that he killed had my actual comforter in my bedroom at my
Oh,
parents' house, and then
close to home.
that was when it lost me. So then I was like, okay, I can't watch this anymore.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah. I've started to watch things that I really don't know why. Like I forget if I mentioned this last week, but like I watched that zombie show and I like don't know why I watch it. Like it gives me nightmares. But I
What zombie
watched
show?
the Last of Us.
Oh,
Yeah. And I watch it and then I give myself nightmares about these zombies because I don't like jump scare things. Like I'm not into scary stuff like that. Watching like psychological thrillers like are okay, but like things that like jump out at you, I don't like. So that's why I don't know where I watch it, but I watch it because I don't want pop culture FOMO. And everybody's talking about it's an HBO show. Like everybody talks about it week after week. How can I not
right.
watch it? So I
I
just
found I found the show for you. It's called The Fall. It does have 8.1 stars on IMDb.
Oh, okay, good.
And it was on from 2013 to 2016, and there's 17 episodes.
So young Jamie Dornan. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it was like right after like 50 Shades.
Oh,
Pretty much.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check this one out.
I mean, I really only watched it because he's like beautiful.
What streamer is it on?
Obsessed with him. I don't know if it says it was on. It was on. It used to be on Netflix. I don't know if it's there still.
Okay.
Maybe it's on BritBox though.
BritBox. Is that free to us?
Oh, it is on BritBox. AMC Plus. Oh, it says that it's on Peacock and Prime Video.
Don't bullshit me again, Peacock.
I'm showing you. It says it right there.
All right.
This is according to IMDb, not according to me.
Okay.
So, all right. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Very interesting.
Well, that's good. That was a good referral. Gonna have to check that one out when I have a minute.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think that it was gonna have that many stars on IMDb. I mean, not that it was a bad show, but like I said, it's dark. Like you're watching it and you're like, why am I enjoying this?
Well, that 2013, 2016, that was like true crime was like at an all-time high then. People were
right, exactly. So it was like in the prime of that.
Yeah.
But maybe Jamie Dornan walked, so freaking Penn Badgley can run.
I mean, Jamie Dornan, Penn Badgley. Sure. Come on. Come on. One had me going, oh, when I heard he was a rapist. Okay, let's just, and one is Gossip Girl.
One's Gossip
Girl. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. And he has the worst hamburger meat. His chest hair makes me want to vomit. I don't know what the appeal is of that he keeps it. He's shirtless so many times in the show sometimes, and he's got a full carpet on his chest. It's like a lot to me. I don't know. I guess everybody has a preference. That's a lot to me. Sorry.
I think you're just mad that he's Gossip Girl still.
I am still mad he's Gossip Girl. It should have been Dorota.
Did you see the clip of him on Call Her Daddy? Mm-hmm. And Alex Cooper's literally like, but everybody thought it was going to be Dorota. And he was like, no, it needed to be a main character, though.
Dorota was a main character. How dare
no, but she wasn't in, like, he said how many episodes, like, she was actually in. Out of all of the episodes, it wasn't that lot.
But she was number one in our hearts, and that's what matters. She was sassy.
She knew everything.
She knew everything. She was always there behind the scenes. That's why like Bridgerton works with like Lady Featherington. I mean,
Penelope, Lady Whistledown.
Whistledown. Thank you, Lady Whistledown, because she's like the fly on the wall. Like that's
Yeah,
people
but it's still a
think.
main character.
I
Like
guess
season one, you didn't know who it was gonna be, and then like I don't know, when I found out it was her, I was like, whoa,
I wasn't that shocked.
shock. I mean, I was a little shocked.
I guess
I would
the
have
only
been
show
less
that kept
shocked if
me
it was the queen writing about herself.
that was
Honestly.
definitely a possibility.
Yeah, or like one of the queen's minions. That would have been a good one too.
I always want to call him Mr. Shmee, but that's not who he is.
No, oh, her right hand man,
Bingsley,
Binsley, I think it
yeah,
is.
something like that. I always want to call him Mr.
He
Shmee.
really always reminds me of George O'Malley, especially in Queen Charlotte, like the young
Oh,
one. He reminds me of
yes.
George O'Malley.
He is like George O'Malley. That's a good one. That's a good one.
In just in Queen Charlotte, like obviously not grown Binsley.
No, grown, I still kind of see it.
No, I could see it, but when he was younger, I was like, are you George O'Malley's son?
Yeah, that's good casting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's going to come back soon too. A lot of shows are coming back now. That's going to come back in, is it May or June? That's going to come back in June.
And
The Benedict, baby.
oh, that's coming back already in June. Thank God we didn't have to wait 2 years for
I
that.
know, that's
And I
nice.
don't know if you watch Ginny and Georgia, that's coming back too.
Yes, I watched that too.
Thank God, because like I'm gonna have to rewatch like the last three episodes
I
to
know.
remember what the hell happened.
The previously ons, it drives me crazy. One show that I watch, the Star Wars show that you definitely don't know about, but Andor, it just came back from season 2, and 2 years ago was season 1, and there was no previously on, and I'm like, Disney, how am I supposed to remember this? So of course I had to like Google like a recap online, and now I saw this. Now that they released 3 episodes like the first week, and then they're going weekly, like that's how they do it.
Okay.
So I watched the first 3 episodes, and then I see today, waiting for the new episode to drop, which it drops at 9 p.m. Now they have a season 1 recap lower on like that you can watch. I'm like, that would have been helpful last week, but okay, thank you. Stupid Disney.
People probably forgot, or two, or like complained, and then two, they made it and they just totally forgot to put
Yeah,
it on the
they just
screen.
forgot to list it, or like it was in the catalog, but like they didn't like advertise it next to the show kind of thing.
Right.
Like either way, Disney, what are we doing? And finally in the TV roundup, I'm also hate watching the final season of The Handmaid's Tale. It came back and it's finally gonna end, and it's not a moment too soon. I mean, 6 seasons, but because of how much time is always between each season, I think it's been like 10 years. And it
Yeah,
is just
because you were watching that when we lived together, and that was literally
8 years ago.
it. Yeah, ew, disgusting.
6 seasons, and like it's always so much time between seasons. So it's crazy. And I hate the main character. Another show I hate the main character. I hate June.
You really hate a lot of main characters
Yep.
of TV shows.
I hate most of the characters on the show. The only redeeming person on the show to me, and I know a lot of fans don't feel the same, is her boyfriend, who like is like a double agent right now. Like he works for the bad guys, but like he's like also working with her. He's the only guy that has any common sense. Like he's got self-preservation skills. Like everybody is trying to get themselves killed, and she's annoying as hell. And he's just like, hold up, peeps. Like I
Did
got
you always feel this way, or just as time goes on, she gets more annoying?
she got more annoying as time went on. But early on, like I would say starting like mid season 2, I really started disliking her.
Okay.
She's very much one of these people that like it's all about her. And actually, last episode, and I don't know if it's because they listen to the fans, because I probably am not the only one that says this. Last episode, her best friend in the show went on a whole rampage, like screamed at her about how like not everything's about her, about how, I went through trauma too. I was a handmaid too, but it's always about you. And we always have to save your husband, and we always have to go get your daughter. But what about my family? And like you put all these people into this character was saying this, and this is her best friend. And I was like, this is everything I've been saying for years. And at the end, they made up because they were like, we shouldn't be comparing each other's traumas. And I'm just like, all that for nothing. Like, she's so annoying. Like, it is all about her. Like, this guy, the last episode, I'm spoiling it because like nobody really watches it, I don't think, except like my mom. So hopefully she's caught up. Because I just watched it before. And
If you didn't watch it, now is your time to
if you didn't watch
pause,
the
fast
recent
forward, do
episode
whatever.
of Handmaid's Tale, I think it's episode 6. Get off of this. Nick is her boyfriend's name. He is a commander now. He's like working his way up in Gilead, but he's also in love with her like an idiot because she's like Sookie in True Blood. All these men are in love with her, and I don't understand why because she's the worst human being. Like I just don't understand it. But they all like bend over backwards for her. So he is in a very delicate situation because his father-in-law is like a very high up commander and like he's playing double agent and he works and lives in a world that they hang you just for like any reason. So she's like, Nick, you have to help me. I was supposed to get a map from this girl, and there was also a bunch of letters that this lady wanted me to send to her children, and I locked them in a safe. Can you go get them for me? And he goes to get them.
And dies.
Gets no, he hasn't died. He gets caught by another person. So he has to make up the story of why he was there. It was a brothel, by the way. He had to make up the story of why he was there. He's not a guy who usually goes to brothels, so it was very suspicious. And then his father-in-law had heard. So this father-in-law was like, "Are you cheating on my daughter who is pregnant?" And he's like, "No." And then he had to come up with this whole thing. And the reason why he was there, like they were very suspicious, is because, and so he gave up the fact that June's posse is trying to blow up that brothel to destroy all the commanders, which is true. I'm going off the rails here, people. I'm sorry, but I need to get through the story. And Nick had to say that to him to give him something because otherwise it was going to look like he was guilty and he had to like say, okay. So then at the end of the episode, June finds out that Nick told this commander guy of her plans. And she looked at him like, how could you? You are such a bad guy. And I'm like, Nick was going to be on the wall. He just saved his own life. Like,
Okay, but Nick is actually cheating on his wife with this girl.
they haven't been sleeping together. I can't get into the details of why they're in love and things like that.
Got it. Okay.
You have to go all the way back to season 1. It's a whole thing. But
Understood.
he's emotionally cheating on his wife. Yes.
Got
Like
it.
has
Okay.
not slept with her. He's made out with her, but he hasn't like slept with her in years because they've been
Got it.
separate. She's been in Canada, he's been in Gilead. Like they have not been together.
Got it.
Yeah. Gilead is former America, obviously. So
Interesting.
I mean, listen, people that are into like political shit and like whatever, like it's a great show. And when it first came out, it was very like dystopian. And now everybody's trying to say like this is life now. It's not. But okay, people try to be dramatic. And if that's what your agenda wants to say. And it's just gotten a little off the rails, mostly because of how much June sucks. So, and everybody on the show knows it. Even her own husband, I'm not talking about Nick, I'm talking about her actual husband, is fucking sick of her. Okay.
Actual husband.
Yeah, because she's married, but she's in love with Nick. It's a whole thing. Sick of her. Okay. Her own daughter, who she's trying to rescue for 6 seasons, doesn't want anything to do with her. But she keeps killing other people, essentially, getting other people killed to try to get this girl back. And the girl's like, I'm good. Like, okay. Anyway, end rant. I'm waiting for the show to be over. I hope she dies, but she probably won't because that's just not how life is. Nick's probably going to die, and I would be very upset. She's going to get him killed.
Okay.
And that is my Handmaid's Tale rant. And apologies if I spoiled for anyone. But it's just, when you see a show out all the way to the end, I got a lot of opinions,
Yeah, here we are still watching fucking Grey's Anatomy 21 seasons down the road, and it
Oh, it's
just
not
got
that
renewed
bad.
for season 22.
Handmaid isn't that bad, I will say that. Handmaid still brings the drama. Like, it's still
Right.
shocked sometimes, and like that's good. She's just insufferable, but like the storylines are still good.
Got it.
Yeah. So good TV all around. I enjoy TV.
I'm finally like starting to catch up on my DVR.
Yeah, what happened to that box set of the OC I gave you, bitch?
Oh my god. The whatchamacallit's not plugged in. Maybe that'll be my maternity leave. Because then, like,
That's months away.
it is months away, but I'll have time with the newborn to watch TV all day long.
You're still gonna
One,
have a 2.5-year-old,
two,
3-year-old.
not really going to be out in the world. I'm not going to have anything to talk about, so we can talk about me watching OC.
We can. And that's not true. You're gonna have plenty of new stuff to talk about.
Hi, my kid spit up on me. this is what my other kid did.
Listen, don't pull that shit. You're still a human being. That's not
No, I
all
am. I just
women
mean
do.
like, well, the first few weeks when I can't go out, like can't really do anything because
Okay, yeah, so you'll have a lot of TV to watch.
yeah, we'll see. Or I'll start watching it, but I have to plug in the Xbox.
All right,
I
that's
thought it was plugged in, it wasn't.
done.
It's the whole thing.
It's not a whole thing. It's just one plug.
I know, but like now I can't bend down to do it, so I got to get somebody to do it for me, and
Okay. Yeah,
you know how that goes.
maternity leave thing, I guess. Are you starting your
I
maternity
don't know. We'll see.
work like earlier than when you like
No,
you're just
because
gonna
this is
have baby
America.
and
We don't
back?
get fucking paid time off for a long period of time, so you got to save it all for after you have the kid. So whatever the Friday before my C-section is, that is when I will stop working.
I mean, that's the one nice thing about a planned C-section is like you know when you could work until as long as like
Well,
you're
I mean, as long as I don't go into labor before that,
right.
obviously. Which I really hope that I don't, because right now, like, I don't have to go back to work until like literally the new year. And if
That's
I have
nice.
this baby any earlier, then I'm gonna have to go back to work in like December. And like, who wants that? No one.
Right. I think
So yeah,
I think you've got it planned out, and I think that that's fine.
it'll be fine. Anyway,
Cool.
is
Well,
that all we got?
I think so. Did we hit all the bullets?
Yeah, we hit all the bullets and then we went on a rant.
All right, cool. What is I think we can I was almost gonna say hang up. End our podcast.
All right, friends, we'll be back next week, or at least we should be. Unless life comes at us hard next week. Next Monday's Cinco de Mayo, so I guess we're recording on Tuesday.
Well, I don't know. I still got to figure out what I'm doing. Like, am I going in the office? Am I not? Like, I don't know what my plans are gonna be. So.
Oh yeah, well we'll figure it out. But anyway,
All right.
like this.
All right. Well, we made it to the end of April. Happy May, everyone.
Yeah, happy May. I can't believe it's May.
It's
That's
gonna
psychotic.
be May. I'm a millennial. I had to say it.
I hate that meme so much. I literally loathe it. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. I hate the 30th of April for this reason. And for that reason, thanks everybody else except for Toni-ann for being our friend.
And for that reason, I'm out. We just like pulled like a Shark Tank. For that reason, I'm out. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.